A walking skin encyclopedia.
Skin encyclopedia.
Let's go to the phone lines. You're on the air, Lamont and Tonelli Show. Who's this?
This is Sal.
Sal, do you have a question
What's up, Sal?
for Mr. Skin?
Yeah, I actually do. I have two questions, real quick questions. I was watching a movie the other night. Hilary Swank did this movie called Boys Don't Cry. Does she do a full frontal? And
Yeah, that's her.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
to
there's
rip?
Yeah, you mean that the scene where they kind of rip her clothes off, which is a bit of a rough scene. That is her. That is her, and it is full frontal. Happens an hour and 22 minutes in.
Other question.
Is it all right to look?
Is it all right to look? Let's go to the next line.
That was a movie. They weren't really doing that. So.
You're on the air, Lamont and Tonelli Show. Who's this?
Hey, this is Norm.
Norm, do you have a question for Mr. Skin?
Yeah. Hey, was there ever any scenes where Sally Field was topless?
Yes, a movie called Stay Hungry. That she
come
did
on!
In 1976, she did it with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's one of the first movies he was ever in. And it's the only movie you could see her naked. In 29 minutes in, she's standing naked at a fireplace. You get a look at her flying buns, and then she turns around and you get a breast shot while she gets into a bed with Jeff Bridges. So check out Stay Hungry, the only movie to see Sally Field naked.
Now, I have a question for you, Mr. Skin. When you look back, wasn't Marisa Tomei like your nude scene of the year this year or last year?
Yeah, last year, before The Devil Knows You're Dead, she had about 3 or 4 great nude scenes in that, and she actually has a movie called The Wrestler.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. I'm checking out your site right now. What is it about The Wrestler that makes it a big deal on Mr. Skin's site?
Well, because unlike Jessica Biel, she plays a stripper who actually strips in a movie, and she also it's some great topless scenes. She has what do you call pierced nips for it too, so it's very exciting and a great follow-up to Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, The Wrestler. And by the way, they're talking Mickey Rourke Oscar nomination. That's why they're trying to get it out in limited release right before Christmas, so that it's could be judged for the Oscars in February.
Who is the actress that was most disturbing to see naked?
Well, Jessica Tandy in Camellia. This is one. Well, put it this way, guys. It was 4 years after Driving Miss Daisy, so she went full frontal in a movie called Camilla, and it is a very rough scene. So.
If I want to see that scene, how far into the movie do I have to go?
Well, it happens about 39 minutes in, but it's not pretty.
Now, are there any other end-of-the-year lists we should be aware of at MrSkin.com?
Well, we've been doing a lot of holiday lists. Today we did a fun list about hot and cold babes. If you were nude in a scene with ice or snow in a movie, we have it at the site, and it's a pretty cool top 10 list. If you think of all the actresses through the years that like Kim Basinger in 9.5 Weeks, where there was some ice being rubbed on her breasts. We have some funky movies where actresses are running around completely naked in the snow. So that's kind of a nice holiday top 10 from us today.
And what is that shot you have of Dana Delaney in that category?
Oh, yeah. From Exit to Eden, when she was getting some ice rubbed on her butt. That was a very exciting scene.
Is Rosie O'Donnell on the list?
No, she is not. She is not.
How many nude
I've
scenes?
seen her naked.
You've seen Rosie O'Donnell?
Well, Rosie
not on film, personally.
Actually, Rosie O'Donnell actually showed butt. That was when I did my Anatomy Awards a few years ago. I did my most disturbing for the year.
Exit to Eden.
Yeah. Well, Rosie. Well, actually,
all over it.
Yeah, Exit to Eden was very disturbing, but in Nip Tuck, she did a scene where you could see her butt through a nylons with no underwear on, and it was very disturbing. Rosie O'Donnell in Nip Tuck. That is not one you want to see. That happened.
I would describe that. It looked like two pigs fighting under a blanket.
Now, I did a movie with Daryl Hannah. Now, she's been naked a few times.
Oh my God, yeah.
Definitely not in the movie I did with her. She wouldn't even kiss me. It called in the script. It called for canoodling.
She wouldn't kiss you?
I'm going. I thought it was in rehearsal. She wouldn't do it. She's saving it for the moment. They go action. I got no action. They should call it no action.
You should see.
It's unbelievable. I was like, what are you doing? Because I'm not Tom Hanks. By the way, she was not nude in Splash, was she?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
They wouldn't move the hair. You don't count that, do you?
Oh no,
they kept going. Give me a wind or something.
No, you know what? Watch it again. There's many shots where you don't see her hair, but But there's many butt shots of her in Splash for sure. You guys should check out a movie she did called Dancing at the Blue Iguana.
I did check it out.
Yeah,
after I did the movie with her, I'm going, wow. Now here you'll get completely naked.
And you don't even kiss Craig.
She wouldn't. She played my mistress, and she wouldn't kiss me. The
The
whole
only guy
scene
that
called
has a
for it.
mistress who doesn't get naked, right?
It was a movie called Dark Honeymoon. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah, well, the answer's no, because she wasn't naked in it.
Yeah, but Tia Carrera's in the movie. I don't know if she's naked. Is
Who?
she naked in any other movie?
Tia Carrera. She ever get naked?
No,
anywhere?
she talk about a tease. She's been in a ton of movies where she should have been naked or came close to being naked or used a body double. But Tia Carrera, believe it or not, the chick from Wayne's World, never naked. Everything she's done's been a body double.
And
That's why she doesn't have a career anymore. You got to show something.
That's right.
That revives the career.
And kiss the Lovemaster.
Well, Tia, we didn't have any scenes together. It was a whole movie filled with 80s people.
Yeah.
Eric Roberts was in it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I just stepped into the 80s. Roy Scheider, it was his last movie before he died.
What was your role in this movie?
I played a professor, and she was my my lover, my mistress, and we were away on a honeymoon type of thing, or like a little getaway.
Yeah.
And it called for it kept saying canoodling in the script. I know what that means. Apparently, it didn't mean the same thing to her.
Actually said
It
canoodling.
said canoodling. They canoodle. So I would literally have the script like down by my feet, and I kept pulling it up after the scene. I go, it says canoodling. I guess she wasn't paid enough for it.
All right,
but it was like stepping into the 80s. Eric Roberts, I mean, there's classic 80s right there.
Really quick, would you rather see Kathy Bates or Rosie O'Donnell nude?
Oh, my God. I actually would probably rather see Kathy Bates naked.
We did, about Schmidt. I could tell you.
Yeah, about Schmidt, right.
59 minutes in. I'm taking over for you, Skinny.
Hey, Mr. Skin, thanks a lot this week.
All right, you guys. Talk to you next week.
The great Mr. Skin from MrSkin.com.
Lamont and Tonelli, weekday mornings 5 to 10 on 107.7 The Bone.